So, sorry y'all, I'm a little sick, but I'm gonna try to do this all over again. This is going to be my video all over again for spirit creatures. Now, in this first video, I have a whole bunch of different animals and insects and people and everything because I just wanted to kind of encompass that when it comes to working with creatures, it can be pretty much anything and everything at all. So don't limit yourself by thinking that it's only going to be like one type of animal or one type of creature or whatever. Um, so that's just kind of the basics that I wanted to get through first. Now, holding on for a moment, this next clip right here is a Native American lady that I just found, and the reason why I put her up there is because the first thing that I had learned of was like Native American kind of animals and spirit guides and everything like that. So it's because of looking up their information that I was able to start figuring out the different dreams and aspects that I was going through and having. And like the Native Americans believe in like totem animals. So like totem poles are supposed to be like representative of each person individually and the different animals and the spirits and how they guide a person through like their walk of life and everything. Um, and so, if you understand at least like totem animals from that aspect, then you can bring it into different like cultures, like the Druids and stuff, because Druids also had their versions of spirit animals too, but of course, it's like Celtic Druid kind of deal. So it's not completely the same thing. But they have their own versions. Like one thing that's gonna come up is this chick, and she's like a little fairy or mystical creature, and I just like was looking up stuff, and they believe in different like nymphs and creature folks and whatever. Another culture that you really hear about when it comes to spirit creatures is India, and like for instance, like a cow, they worship cows as deities, and cows are revered. Whereas out here in America, we like eat the shit and like eat cows for like burgers and whatever crap. Now, another totem place or another place that has totem animals is like the Chinese, and the Chinese represent different animals like in their zodiacs. They also believe a lot in like dragons and mythical creatures as well, and to them they're not even mythical creatures, they're actually real. So it kind of gives you perspective. But just don't limit yourself when it comes to certain creatures. Another aspect is grasshoppers too. So like any kind of spirit creature, it could be like an insect, it could be like a creature that is mythical in a sense, or what we consider mythical. It can be like anything from the earth, the land, the air, the sea. So don't just kind of limit yourself when it comes to these different creatures, because all types of creatures all have different aspects to come and to bring to you, and depending upon what kind of element that they come from too, that also helps to figure out what it is that you're trying to work on as well. um and there's a lot of things to pay attention to when working with spirit creatures, or at least from what I've understood. Um, like, you want to sit down and figure out how much you see a certain animal, like where you see it. Like, is it in your dreams? Is it when you're going outside? Is it when you're doing stuff, you know? And what stands out about the creature? Like, is it furry? Is it pink? Or is it like shooting rainbows out its ass or something, you know? What is the animal doing, and how is it interacting, like interacting with you, interacting with the world, because that kind of tells you as well what to look for in a message. And if you look up like totem animals and you just plug in like whatever, you can find out all this kind of like information and what these creatures stand for. Like, take for instance the wolf. Like for me, I used to dream a lot about wolves, and this wolf would be like in a forest, and it would be like a snowy forest. And at first it was kind of mean towards me, but then it started opening up, and it showed me like different symbolisms like loyalty and trust and honor and the different aspects of what wolves are. And then I had a totem of a butterfly. And during my harder times, and even up until now, like a butterfly, a white butterfly will come and tell me that there's things coming. There's a transition. It's a good transition because my butterflies are always white. So everything that happens for a good reason. And then, of course, these fuckers, they're called grackles. And I've been seeing grackles for like ages now. They're pretty much my current totem animals. And these little fuckers just they teach me to just calm the fuck down and enjoy life, because I take shit way too seriously and I really don't need to. And I kind of think these birds, like, even when they're like flying around and not even paying attention to me. But this is just kind of an example. I feel better about this video, so just tell me what you think and leave me some remarks or whatever.